We see them more and more in tournaments and making it further and further into brackets. Now, Retrograde and Electric Zero are going to be getting at it. Game number 1. Who do you think is going to take this one?
Yet again, I've never seen this Retrograde team play, so I will let you know a couple minutes in once I figure it out. Maybe not. Maybe this other
once
team.
The team's already winning.
Bracket, so.
Whatever team's winning, I pick that one.
Yeah.
There's a pass from Toxic to Pyre. Early goal, but Pyre misses it anyways. Still in. Really good pressure there from Kunev and Toxic.
Yeah, 2 up on the wall, gonna spell trouble, especially if one of them misses the aerial. Cheeky little touch over the top makes it very easy for this this lead already coming out for Electric Zero.
50-50 kickoff going in favor of Electric. Kunev way up in the air to put that in. Toxic with the finish. What a passing play. I did not see that coming.
Kunev going up way high on this one, using all that ceiling to get a bounce. Very tough to read, but even still, Toxic plays that near post on the top left corner. That's such a difficult shot to save as it is, but yet you're doing that off of a ceiling pass? Like, what the heck?
That big old Marauder, that could be an early goal off the kickoff. A little freestyle from Toxic. We see it from his perspective, looking good.
Yeah, just throwing some flair in that one too. I think I've made my decision now, Leaf.
Yeah, this is a quick early start for Electric Zero. 3 goals in 30 seconds, a goal every 10 seconds. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going, or if Retrograde's going to step it up. Not looking good for them, but we've definitely seen it before. Teams come back. All it takes is a simple mistake and some good pressure from Retrograde, and they could see themselves going away with a couple goals. 4 minutes left, lots of time for them to pull back. Pyre with a nice shot on net. That's going to be another one. Electric Zero.
Dude, we're not even a minute through, and you already have 4 goals up. This stuff is going to be scary because as you go back and forth with Pyre, like, you see how much he's playing a role with these teams.
There is another kickoff goal potentially coming out. Toxic. Not enough boost. Dunksley going to keep that one away. There's Kelso up off the wall. Throwing that one out, but no one in net. It looked like it got bumped out. I'm not sure. Was that a bump? Was that a result of a bump? Someone went spinning before.
No, Toxic is throwing some freestyles up in the air, but even still, like, there's a couple good clears that you see coming out. Like, Kelso had one off the backboard that was actually pretty solid. It's just the pace of it was way too slow and read very easily by a team like Electric Zero. They're going to get up and contest those aerials from halfway across the field immediately.
Good stuff out from Class. He tries to roll that one in front of the net. Kelso puts that out for Dunksley. Dunksley misses out on the opportunity on that one, though. Going to roll up the wall. Pyre over top of Dunksley. Stopped in the middle by Electric Zero as they try to keep that pushing forward. They do maintain the roll towards that orange net. Dunksley, the last one back. That's going to fly away over top of the net. No scoring opportunity there, but Kunev going to try to put it right back. He's going to carry this himself. That's an awkward spot for the defense. Kelso finally pushing that one out.
Yeah, this Retrograde team is going to have some troubles. As you can tell that this team of Electric is having some fun, which is what Rocket League really is all about. But for Retro, you can tell that this team is finally starting to accumulate some stuff with passes like that. If they started doing that from the beginning, they might have a chance, but they really need to come back and answer. I mean, 3 minutes is still a lot of time, but 5 goals, that's it's a little demoralizing.
Absolutely correct. There's Pyre just getting in the face of Kelso. A little bump as well. Dunksley trying to pass out. Just a miss from Class. They're going to still be down with 0 goals halfway through this first game as Electric Zero up 5. Sitting pretty comfy right now. Pop out to the front. Dunksley just puts that up in the air. Follow up from Kelso, but a miss. Dunksley going to keep that one on the ground. Toxic to steal that play away. Class is trying to keep it away, but Kunev the intercept to put it on net. And there's another one for Electric Zero.
Sometimes I wonder how these guys do it. Toxic gets over the top and gets one, and then Kunev reads the second one and gets right in the middle. Nobody back on defense to save that one because the last man on defense is the one that got read by Kunev. Such well play coming out from this team. Like, you can tell that they're in it to win it. And just Retrograde, I don't mean this in a mean way. Games like this, when you're, no offense to them, outclassed, is the best time to learn. They have an opportunity here to really take full advantage and see what the mistakes are that they're making and understand why this team is 6-0 on them.
Kelso trying to roll it up, trying to get a goal for the team. 2 minutes left. Going to be very unlikely tie up for them. But they are going to keep trying, and that's all that matters. The spirit going. You can't get in your own head, and finally Dunksley puts it out, but a little too close is Kelso, as he was expecting a pass across. Class just trying to keep this alive in that blue end. Electric Blues, or Electric Zero, Electric Blue, in their end. Dunksley just getting back in way of that one, but Toxic trying to keep that one in. Does get a little bit of a backflip on it. Keeps it rolling towards the net, but finally cleared it out. Kelso off the wall. Dunksley to pick it up, but miscommunication from this team is resulting in another goal.
Yeah, you see the pace coming through, and don't get me wrong, Retrograde is doing a much better job there. They're rotating together, they're making some pass plays, they're controlling some pace up. On the other side of the field, it seems to be that anytime they do something that's very textbook or very generic with their passes in front and kind of redirection, there's someone on the Electric Zero team there waiting to read it and put it back in. The pace of the game is not working in their favor.
Can I just mention how annoying the Masamune is?
What is that?
Oh, finally, there we go. The Brazil shoutouts. Let's go.
Yeah, pass coming up. He actually beats Toxic on the inside. Really good play. Quick little flick on the inside there, and having a teammate to follow up.
And then there's Dunksley being a good sport about it, calling out the Brazil on himself. But I want to see that spam. I always love a good Brazil. But we've seen these Brazils happen, and a team completely turn it around in the next game. Coming into game number 2 is going to be, they're going to have to pull some things together. That's for sure. But Electric Zero just looking so good right now.
Yeah, they're just outpacing winning in the air as well as the ground game. Anytime that this team on Retro tries to push it back up, it just doesn't seem to matter because there's someone on Electric Zero waiting for it. And you see it even now, like they're boost denying, they're starving this team, just being kind of a nuisance and then pushing the ball right back in. Anytime something tries to develop for Retrograde, it just gets shut down immediately.
No, absolutely. They're getting some good clears on it, as you mentioned before, but it's just that finish that they're getting a little bit caught. Communication seems to be a weird thing for them at the moment, in this game at least. Both two players going for something, or two players not going for anything. And Pyre coming in with a crazy freestyle. Couldn't quite get it. And that's going to be the game number 1, as Electric Zero takes it. Look at that little Marauder wiggle. Hey, ain't getting nothing on that Cook's ear wiggle, man. It's godlike. It's godlike.
Yeah, there's some one of the benefits to being one of the originals, but you look at this back and forth between these two teams, and it's tough too because you see teams that sometimes who aren't always on their I guess their main game is the benefits of like double elimination tournaments is it allows a team that who may have made a mistake or just wasn't playing to their full potential have a second chance. And that's why these tournaments I really like, because they're in the now. Like they make you play for that moment that you're in immediately. There's no real way to get back into it. So you have to show up when it counts the most, which is immediately. So it just goes to show that the consistency and something that some of the other tournaments like the RLCS try to promote is that they want to show benefits to the players that are playing the best when the time comes for it, rather than kind of getting back into it. That's why they weighted their points heavier in the second. That's why I think tournaments like this that do a single elimination, not only for time restraints. I mean, if we did a double elimination with 53 teams, we'd be here all night. But
I wanted to point out that chat back there. People go back and look at that one. Good one. That's why I wasn't skipping. I'm like, I want people to see that one. Kunov with the BM. Good BM. You threw a heart at the end there. It was you took us, Dunksley, you took us to Brazil. Kunov, pack your bags, we're going back. Expecting another Brazil out of game number 2. As Electric Zero looking to stomp out Retrograde on the second game. Pyre showing off some mechanical skill.
Hey, man, it's going to be hard to get that many goals if you got 3 people stacking the box.
Uh-huh. And that's what we were saying before that miscommunication, just nobody really knowing when they should go for it. Weird contests at weird times resulting on easy pressure. Good pass back from Kunov. Toxic to drop that.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass from Kunov.
Yeah, really great pass point out here. Kunov recognizing it early and just gets up. And instead of just tapping the ball with his nose to kill it, he actually will use his secondary jump to flip into it and just kind of hits it with the roof of his car. Surprisingly, it didn't go any further, but it settles perfectly down for his teammate, who takes a shot on net, and Kunov gets a goal.
Early goal, and it looks like they're starting up that Brazil that they called out early on in this match. But we'll see if Retrograde can maintain their composure and stay at home. They're already tired from that last vacation. But Kunov ready to go again. There's another one from him. That through. Air mechanics coming out.
Man, Kunov not getting enough credit for this team. Coming out, stopping a 50-50, and then mid 50-50 has the ability mechanically to hold the boost, follow after the ball, and put it in the net. And then even if it doesn't go into security, he jumps into it yet again. Like, just manhandling it.
Dunksley trying to roll that one down the wall, but easy pick up there from Pyre. Pyre to follow his own pass out, but blocked out by Kelso and Klaas as they're trying to get on their own zone. Weird touch from Klaas, going to give that one to Kunov. Dunksley trying to get a pass, but Pyre Toxic both there. That's almost off, just off the sidebar as they finally go back to midfield, but it was Toxic putting it there. Kunov to put it up. The follow-up from Toxic. Can Kunov do it off the backboard? These guys just playing around with the ball now. Pyre trying to keep that back. There's going to be a chance for Dunksley. Pyre just blocking that one out. But now it looks like Retrograde on the attack, but Kelso with a weird movement there. That's going to fly back towards their own net and get dropped in. Kunov taking another one.
Stuff like that's got to be frustrating too. That ball, all he had to do was place that a little bit better on the left side. But because they didn't make it, they committed all that effort up front of transition very quickly, and a shot from midfield for Kunov to score yet again, capitalizing on that lack of rotation.
We're going to see if we're going to end up in the same result last time. I mean, there's less goals in a certain period of time this one than there was the first match. But game number 2, first one going in favor of Electric Zero. That's the blue team. As Retrograde finally trying to get a goal, and they do it. They drop one in, only a 2-goal deficit, and they could pull back from this one as they do want to even up the set.
Yeah, we talk about capitalizing on mistakes, and a lot of that just because of the poor clear by Pyre out there on the side. He tried to go off the backboard and clear it out, just misses it. And getting teammates not only with one touch, but then reading the player and getting on top of him to dunk it in. That's exactly what this team needs to do. Capitalize on those mistakes, even though they're very few.
Someone in the chat asking how much does Rocket League cost. This depends where you're from. In America, I think it's about $20. In Canada, that'd be about $50. And then in the UK, isn't their dollar doing pretty bad as well?
Yeah.
I think it's approximately around $50 to $20 in most places, which is a great deal. Like, how much time have we put into this?
I don't want to talk about it.
Right?
It's a lot.
It's total, and I guarantee everyone will do this. We'll put a lot of time. It's going to be worth your money, but a shot almost from Kunov as they try to extend the lead. 2 minutes left. Retrograde trying to pull this one back. Pyre rolling that one up the wall. He's got to finish himself. Not hard enough touch. Kunov just waiting patiently, but Kelso keeping it out. Toxic to throw that big old Marauder in the way to put one in.
Yeah, Pyre with that little soft tap on the outside. And it seems to be that this Electric Zero team is doing a very good job of doing leaves to where that ball going up, they're taking a soft tap and just setting it slightly and kind of in pace for somebody on the team to follow up with a rotation. And they do it time and time again.
The drop pass. I love the drop pass. There's a shot, though. Dunksley answering that other goal from Electric Zero pretty quickly. There's...
I'm just taking it in. Sorry.
All right. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if there's... Man, I'm like, okay. You're an analysis guy. I'm going to see what's going on in your mind. Maybe there's some math formulas going on.
Yeah, just a small little breakdown and a shot from Dunksley. Pretty textbook. Nothing too crazy.
Easy lemon squeezy.
Yeah. Just it's what you're supposed to do.
Dunksley, another chip though towards the net. That almost went higher. Just getting the nose, but Wow, that was a rocket off of Kunov.
Maybe we talk about how quick you can come back, and you see exactly like that. Pyre has that touch. He needed to play that a little bit more outside or try to do something and carry it up. And it looks like these guys are just becoming complacent. They're not playing the pace. They're not making good touches. They know, and I don't want to say they know, but I feel like they think they have this game in the bag. But with only a 1 point difference, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did it, man.
I did the caster thing where we talk about stuff, and then they're like, yeah, these guys are talking about stuff. Let's change it on them. But yeah, still great pass coming up from the corner. Kunov playing it in.
Well, there's another one. 5-3, still only a 2-goal difference. And yeah, back to what you were mentioning before with them. It's just like Kunov maybe not recognizing he had a teammate back, but that could be a goal though. A little bit of weird. Another one from Kunov. Kunov making a couple weird touches. Kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah, the rotation just being very, very weird. I mean, there's no reason Kunov should have to come up from the backboard and come across net. I mean, you don't see players really coming in and rotating back like they used to. They're just looking very, very complacent on this Electric Zero team, but they're still controlling the pace. They're still controlling most of the game. And I don't want Retrograde to come out of this, empty-handed. Like, they have the opportunities to tie it up here, but...
Ooh, Class is up, though, trying to keep the pressure on. They are putting in the work right now. They're definitely keeping Electric Zero on their back toes. Dunksley put that out. Kelslow also missing that. That's a bad spot. But Pyre, a little bit off target as well. We have Toxic Kunov as they try to push that one up. There's Class ready for that. Kelso getting a little bit antsy. He's going to have to clear this one out. Dropped right down. Pyre getting bumped out. Dunksley and Class taking possession. Could be a... Wow, okay. Kunov just getting back in time. I wasn't expecting that to go over top. Maybe they knew that. Maybe they just forgot to jump and stop that one before it got past midfield, but now they're moving back the other way. Kunov and Pyre passing back and forth. Class, Dunksley to push that up, getting tied up in each other's wheels as they have 30 seconds left to tie this one up. Electric Zero knows they just have to keep the lead. That could be a goal for them right there. Class has to get in the way of this, but a little bit too aggressive. Caught in a weird middleman or no man zone, and there's going to be another goal.
Yeah, tough position to be at on defense. They have one option. You can either cheat up and try to make a 50-50 contest on it. Unfortunately, he got stuck in that hesitation. And a quick chip to the outside in situations like that, when you're on a 1v2 situation, it's best to park yourself in the goal, try to jump one side and read it, and hope and pray that one of your teammates is going to rotate back and help you. Oh my goodness.
There's a shot, though, from Kunov extending the lead unnecessarily as we hit a 7-4.
Yeah, Kunov just getting up early, using that top nose of his car to place it over to the right side. Barely missing that aerial clear coming out. But still, just it seems like these guys fell into complacency. They realized that they're way too close and are waking up just a little bit again. And that might spell trouble for them in the next game. But these guys need to stop so we can stop going back and forth with these goals. Like,
I'm just going to sit back and watch. Oh, someone's controller died.
Yeah, you guys don't need commentary anymore, right? We're just going to let this next 9 seconds be in silence, right?
It's just silence. Watch it as it happens. 40 more goals were about to come out.
Oh, that'd be painful.
I love the banter between these guys.
Oh my gosh.
Like, come on, I told you. I'm just not, I'm just sitting, I'm not talking anymore. Oh, man. What the heck?
Dunksley getting in a tough position. Needs to get up and try to clear that out, get a body in the way. But that pass coming back down. And rotation's coming through and getting a goal. Electric Zero back up by 3.
Tables had the little chant there for Dunksley. But fortunately, it wasn't enough. Electric Zero going to walk away with the 2-0 as they're getting themselves ready to face up against iBuy Power Cosmic next in the bracket. It's going to be a tough one for them.